right. Okay. Well, my last question is...
Third last, fourth last.
Just last. Yeah.
Last of the last.
Just last.
Last of the last.
Last of the last, yes. Recently in India, it was in the news that same-sex marriages got allowed, yeah? And on reading upon it, yeah, I found out that they said that it is at the genetic level of people. It's in the hormones, yeah, what they desire, what they don't desire. Now, I understand that Islam is completely against this. It doesn't allow this. But what I'm saying is, if someone's got that at a genetic level, yeah, and it's his choice,
very good question.
And he was born with that kind of tendency, and yet Islam chooses to punish him on something that he was born with.
I agree with you.
So God
it sounds illogical.
Yeah. So God made him like that, and God is punishing him for that as well.
Brother asked a question that recently in India homosexuality has been permitted, not permitted, but the law says it's not a big crime that was there in the Indian constitution.
Yeah.
They have softened it, not permitted yet.
Yes.
It is a court case that took place in Delhi. It's not a law yet.
Yes.
There's a hue and cry yet. There are many organizations fighting against it. So it's not a law. It's a law in Canada, in USA, in UK, not in India yet.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And today there are some scientific research that say that homosexuality is genetic.
Yes. Yes.
So the brother asked the question, if homosexuality is genetic, then who's to blame? How can you consider it to be a sin? Very good question.
Yes.
This research was done earlier, a few years back, and later on, what was found out that this is totally false. Right. And the person who propounded this himself was homosexual.
Right. Okay.
So there's no scientific proof yet. It's an assumption.
Right.
Science doesn't testify yet that homosexuality is genetic.
Right.
In fact, Quran says in Surah Araf, chapter number 7, verse number 81, which says that do you have lust for men more in preference to women? To homosexuality. Yes. Talking about Qawm Lut.
Yes.
It is prohibited in the Bible also, talking about Lut alayhi salam.
Yes.
Also in the Quran it is prohibited.
Yes.
Homosexuality is prohibited completely.
Right.
It is the assumption that it's genetic. It's not genetic at all. How does it happen? I'll tell you.
Yeah.
The psychology they tell us that once you overdo a thing, you start losing the pleasure.
Right.
So what God has permitted the normal sexual way of life, you start overdoing it. You start doing unnatural things.
Right.
What God has permitted natural things, you do unnatural. You start doing from the reverse side. So once you get fed up of doing it so often, that's the reason scientific research says a person who has no extramarital affairs enjoys the sexual life with his wife and husband the maximum.
Yeah, but this tendency is found in small children. I mean, you know.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so I mean, they have not got married yet or tasted it.
Let me complete.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll come to children later on. First I'm talking about the adults.
Yes.
How it comes in children, I'll tell you it.
Okay.
So what happens is once you start overdoing it, you want to enjoy more. So that thing what is normal doesn't excite you any longer. Then you start doing unnatural things. It's not genetic.
Right.
Talking about children.
Yeah.
How it comes in children. It doesn't just come out from birth. It's not from birth.
Yeah.
Because they watch pornographic movies.
Right.
They watch blue films. It's haram. The parents, the way they behave in front of the children. All this has a psychological impact on the child.
Right.
Don't tell a person who's born, then he starts becoming homosexual. It's not like that at all. It's a misconception.
Right.
Scientific research doesn't say that.
Right. Okay.
It is because of the overexposure. Now children watch the blue films.
Yeah.
The channels, free to air. You know, there are more pornography channels than other channels.
Yeah.
Very good money. So because of the media, that's how when they see on the channel, they start emulating and that's how they divert.
Right.
Who's to blame? The channel.
Right.
Why did the parent allow them?
Right. Okay.
So they will be responsible for that.
Right. Okay. Okay. That answers me. That's fine. One thing you said was that
Brother,
God has to be.
Last of the last question.
Yeah. God has to be logical. You said, yeah. So why did He
God
choose?
has to be logical. God is logical.
God is logical. Okay. So why did He choose, taking into account Islam is the correct religion? Why did He choose to bring you into this world in Islam and so many others in a different religion? So that means He's being partial from the birth.
Very good. Very good question. Brother asked the question that some people are born in Muslim family, and a person born in Muslim family, chances Muslim, born in non-Muslim family, non-Muslim. So why is God impartial? Maybe if you were born in a Muslim family, you would have been a Muslim. Yes. Correct?
Yes.
Very
That's
good
how
question.
it usually goes.
Very good question. The criteria to go to Jannah is not to be born in a Muslim family. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad said, every child is born in Din al-Fitr. He's born as a Muslim. He's submissive to God. Later on, he's been influenced by his parents, by his elders, by his teachers. Then he starts doing idol worship, fire worship. He converts. Therefore, when a non-Muslim becomes the Muslim, the more appropriate word is revert rather than convert. He comes back to the original faith. Now, the criteria to go to Jannah is not to be born in a Muslim family. The criteria to go to Jannah is Surah Al-Asr, chapter number 103, verse number 1 to 3, which says, Wal Asr, Innal insana lafi khusr, illa alladhina amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. That by the token of time, man is very in a state of loss, except those who have faith, those who have righteous deeds, those who exhort people to truth, and those who exhort people to patience and perseverance. The criteria to go to Jannah is all four things: Iman, righteous deeds, exhorting people to truth, exhorting people to patience and perseverance. If a person is born in a Muslim family, the first criteria, the chances are more. Not the remaining three. Fine? Now you may be born in a righteous family, but not having Iman. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, why was he born in a Christian family or a Hindu family? You know, he should be born. I mean, it's more likely that he gets the other things easily.
There are four things to go to Jannah. If a person is born in a Muslim family but does not have righteous deeds, does not do dawah, he'll go to hell.
Yeah, okay.
He will not go to heaven. Only by having a name, Zakir, Muhammad, Abdullah, Sultan, will not take you to heaven. Even practice is important. You may be born in a family which has righteous deeds, but may not be having Iman. So everyone has different combinations. But Almighty God says in Surah Fusilat, chapter number 41, verse number 53, Sanurihim ayatina fil afaqi wa fi anfusihim hatta yatabayyana annahu al-haq. Soon we shall show them our signs in the furthest regions of the horizons and into their soul until it is clear to them that this is the truth. So Allah takes it upon himself that to every human being, he'll put in his heart directly that this is the truth. Like how God sent me to put it directly into your heart here. Correct?
So you mean to say there is no advantages?
No, there are advantages.
So it's a big advantage. You got everything very easy. But for a person who's in a different religion, he doesn't even come to know about it.
You got so easy. In 3 hours you got it directly. Very easy. Right or wrong? You don't think it to be easy. See how you take it. I'm saying how lucky you are compared to the other non-Muslims. You attended my talk. Yet you're not accepting it. Who's to blame? You or God? You.
Yeah, but there are
not
things.
Me.
There are things. There are a lot. Religion is a big thing.
Not big thing. You want to make it big, you make it big. You want to make it important, it's important. The problem is that Almighty God puts in every human being directly. Not always to Dr. Zakir Naik. I am only 0.00001%. It's not me. Some through me, some through others, some directly. So on the day of judgment, you cannot complain to God. At least you cannot complain. You cannot go and tell God, I didn't know about Islam.
I cannot.
You cannot.
I cannot.
Because you may be having more knowledge of Islam than many Muslims born in Muslim families. Because the way you're quoting Quran, the way you're asking me question, I'm sure. So now after reading so much about Islam, and yet if you don't accept, Allah will question you. You have no excuse whatsoever. The other non-Muslim will deal with them afterwards. Let's talk about you first. You have no question at all on the day of judgment.
I can say there were a few things which I did not get the right answers to.
There are many Muslims who are born in Muslim family, not few, have many questions which are not answered. You have few, they have many. So you are in a better position. You cannot complain to God. You have few questions not answered.
I would give God that these are the basis because they did not get answered. That's why I did not accept it. If I don't accept it, maybe I will later. I don't know.
Which question you don't have? Tell me now. Tell me now. Come on. You can tell God, Dr. Zakir Naik asked you in front of 20-30,000 people. What question you don't know about the Quran? Come on.
First of all, the answer that you gave that it is because of media and blue films. I know small kids who don't even have access to that, and still they have those
Which
tendencies.
kids? Name them. What nonsense you're talking? I'm a medical doctor. What do you know? Are you a medical doctor?
I have seen it.
Are you a medical doctor?
Well, let me tell you.
Are you a medical doctor? Yes or no?
I'm not. I'm
Fine.
an engineer.
I'm a medical doctor. Fine.
Okay.
Now you are telling a doctor you have seen. If I tell you that I have seen a building made of paper, come in Bombay. I have seen a building, the pillars were made of paper. Will you believe in it?
I won't. I have not seen it.
So finish. See, this is the first alu ahli zikri in kuntul ta'lamun. Ask the person who knows. Now I have seen, you have seen. Does it carry weight? I have seen a building made of paper. Will you believe?
No, but your point is that it's only because of media. But I know.
Point is it is not genetic. There is no scientific proof at all. It is genetic. I'm telling you.
Right.
What I'm telling you, it can be one of the reasons. There can be 20 other reasons. One of the reasons can be media.
Yeah.
You tell me it can't be media, I'll disprove you.
Right.
One of the reasons can be media.
Right.
Fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Actually, I have to go through all the other questions.
Very
I have
well,
in
go
my mind,
through, but you
and I
can't.
will need some time, and then
Take
maybe
your
inshallah
time.
I will do it.
But
Yeah.
hope it's not too late. I don't know how long I'm going to live.
Well, see, if I die in the state of getting more knowledge, yeah, then I can always tell God that I was just getting more and more knowledge.
You cannot. I'm telling you, you cannot. I will give shahada on the day of judgment. I give you a chance. You cannot. See, I don't know I'm going to live tomorrow or not.
See, 90% of my questions are answered, but I have to
Alhamdulillah.
go through more things.
People
and I don't
accept
have to know.
Islam with 10% acceptance. So that girl, according to me, you have more knowledge than all the people who accepted Islam.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's true. But my principle is, unless I'm 100% clear, I will not take such a big step. I will only take that big step if I'm 100% clear.
Many things you did in life without knowing 100%. Did you know how much you're going to earn in Dubai that you came here 100%? Yeah.
See, that way I'm ready to say the thing. But the thing is, I've seen some Muslims who say that if you have an iota of doubt, then you're not a Muslim. So
Who said that?
They say if you have...
Are you going to follow the Quran or are you going to say some Muslim? Forget about Muslims.
No,
you want to judge?
You have to believe it in 100%. Even if you have 99% faith.
Who said that? Does the Quran say that?
It doesn't say that.
You follow Quran, don't follow the other Muslims. Don't follow me also, follow Quran.
So if I tell you that I believe that Prophet Muhammad was a prophet of God 90% and 10% I have doubts, am I a Muslim?
See,
you tell me that.
Do you believe in messenger or not a God? Other doubts are separate.
I believe in one God and I believe in his messengers.
90%.
I believe in his, yes, 90%.
Which 10% you don't believe? Tell me now, I'll clarify that.
I can't recall those questions now.
Why?
Yeah,
so you can't recall? This is escapism.
No, not really.
I am
true to my heart. I am not escaping.
I am not asking you to accept Islam. I'm not asking you.
I know.
I'm only telling you, if God forbid something happens to you before you accept Islam, you will not be forgiven. I'm only telling you an advice.
I'm not being prejudiced here. I'm being true.
Take your time. When you need me, you can call me on the email.
Sure.
zakir@irf.net. My pleasure to reply to you, brother.
How do you spell IRF?
irf.net.
irf.net. Okay.
It's a short form for Islamic Research Foundation.
Right, okay.
Yes, or you can watch me on Peace TV.
Sure.
Inshallah.
All right, okay. Thank you so much. See you next time.